Hi, I'm Vika from Dzentech company, and next to me is my partner in today's shooting, our photo booth mix-up. Today, I won't tell you what is ISO, shutter speed, etc. I will just show you how those settings affect the picture and some settings for different situations. In this guide, we are going to use a constant light and to change all settings of the camera in our software, just because in all cameras, settings are changed differently. For tests, we use the ordinary room with medium light settings. It's basically enough for our eyes, but it may be not enough light for the camera. I usually set the shutter speed 1/100. It's actually fine for the constant light and for the flash, so I mostly just leave it as it is. My standard ISO setting is 800. If the picture is still too dark, then I can increase it up to 1600. But if it's not enough, then most probably I will just add some additional light sources. Just because if I want to increase it more, then it will appear a noise in the picture and it just won't look good and it won't be the same quality. Now I will just show you several photos from the same setup with different ISO settings. I usually set the aperture to 4. Usually that's the minimum value on the standard lenses of cameras, but if you're shooting outdoors and it's a bright sun, then sometimes you need to increase the setting up to 6 or 7, for example. So if the room is dark, then ISO settings will be set to maximum and aperture settings will be set to minimum. And when it's super bright, then everything works in the opposite direction. So ISO will be on minimum and aperture settings will be higher than usual. And now let's test different aperture settings. The last setting that worth checking is temperature. My default setting is 4500 kelvins. But if the picture is too yellow, then I just lower the setting. If the picture is too blue, then I increase it. Let's take several photos with different temperature settings. And my advice, if you're printing photos at your event, then it's better to make the test print. Just because pictures at the screen and a printed version can look really different. And if you see that the printed photo doesn't look good, then you can always change settings of the camera in the software. Those are the settings for this photo in this room. And let's turn on the light now. Oh, it's too dark. Actually, I would need to turn on the backlight of our booth because it's really too dark for the camera. And now let's try to make several photos so you could check our settings. And now I will show you 3 different interesting event setups. For the first photo, we're going to use garlands, and those are our settings. For this video, we're going to use the backlight. Check our settings. And one of our favorite setups is with RGB light sources. Just check our current settings. I hope that this video was useful for you. Just try it, test it, and I wish you good events!